Hello friends, it's David here, and I'll be setting out this summer on a Vespa ride to Alaska with my dad. The goals for creating our route to Alaska were to maximize scenery, protection from the summer heat, avoid expressways, avoid dirt and gravel roads, reach Alaska, limit the trip to 21 days, and go places I haven't been to before. In a nutshell, our route is north out of Tucson through Utah, Wyoming, and Montana, then northwest through Alberta and British Columbia on our way to the Alaska border. We'll have a rest day on a long southbound ferry to the western tip of Vancouver Island before returning to America in Washington State and along the Pacific Coast Highway in Oregon and California before darting east back into Arizona. The scenery will never disappoint. There's honestly not going to be a single boring day, and the scenery will change significantly daily. We'll ride through several national parks in America, including Bryce Canyon, Grand Teton, Yellowstone, and Glacier, and some of Canada's national parks, including Banff and Jasper. Our scenery will include hoodoos, mountain passes, geysers, glaciers, redwood forests, and coastal cliffs. We're in for a treat. We'll do our best to avoid the summer heat by departing Tucson early in the morning and by riding in higher elevations or along the coast. But I've come to accept some unbearable summer heat is unavoidable. The best scenery is often not on the expressways. Even though the Vespas can reach 75 miles per hour, they're most comfortable up through 60. We'll only ride a stretch of the I-5 between Olympia and Portland, and on our final day taking the I-8 and I-10 from San Diego to Tucson. Yes, riding on dirt is fun, on a dirt bike or a dual sport, but for this trip we'll stick to pavement in an effort to keep the shiny side up. Now for the most controversial aspect of our route to Alaska. Will we cross the border into Alaska? Yes, we will. At the southernmost land border crossing from Canada at a city called Hyder. Would I like to ride through Anchorage, Fairbanks, the Arctic Circle, and Prudhoe Bay? Absolutely. That sounds amazing. But it would add at least 2 more weeks to the trip, and the logistics and risks of limited Vespa mechanics the further north you go doesn't sit well with me. It has been done on a Vespa, and I applaud Stephanie and others who have taken on this challenge on Vespas. I've only been to a handful of the sites along the route, and I'm skipping some must-see locations that I've frequently visited as a resident of the desert Southwest, like Sedona, Grand Canyon, and Zion. The locations I'm most looking forward to seeing for the first time in my life are Glacier National Park, Lake Louise, and the Oregon coast. The route as planned is 5,900 miles in total, averaging about 290 miles per day. It will not only be the longest 2-wheeled trip of my life, but longer than any road trip I've taken. To put the distance into perspective, crossing America on interstates is only 2,500 miles. I hope to return home at the end of July and in one piece, able to say that I have no regrets for the route we chose. In a separate video, I'll share about how I planned and mapped out the route and choices for accommodations. Until next time, keep the shiny side up.